Rather lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is your preview for Arsenal taking on Brentford at the Emirates Stadium tomorrow on Saturday, 6 p.m. kickoff. Very important game. We're going to be diving into how both teams are going to be lining up. We're going to be diving into what we expect from Brentford and my prediction for the game. I've already done my predicted lineup. We've also had the team news from Mikel Arteta's press conference. If you've not watched those videos, they're already on the channel. Make sure you do watch them. Hit the like button for me if Arsenal are going to win. If you feel Arsenal are going to win, if you believe we can bounce back, hit the like button. Let's get this video to 300 likes. But if you feel Arsenal will not win this game, in the comment section, let's have the conversation. Why do you think Arsenal will not win? Do you think this game is the start of our downfall? Do you think we can bounce back and reboot, just like Mikel Arteta said in his press conference? Now, Brentford, in the first game, it was a very, very comfortable win for Arsenal. 2-0. I think Thomas Frank is a big Arsenal fan. And look, is one of those managers that always speak positively about Arsenal. I've never heard him say anything negative about Arsenal. I've never seen him, say or heard him say anything contrary to praising Arsenal. He always says positive things about us. And today in his press conference, again, he was asked about whether they can come at the Emirates Stadium and pick up a victory in a very, very long time. They've not actually won at the Emirates Stadium in something like 30 years. And he said, look, it's going to be a very difficult game. Arsenal are top of the league. They're top side. If we go there and pick up 3 points, it will be wonderful. But if we don't, it won't be the end of the world. We are playing the best team in the Premier League so far. So that gives us a very, very big advantage in this game. The manager at Brentford actually doesn't have any confidence that they can beat us. However, we will not be fooled. That should not actually fool us. I think Brentford are a very, very good side, and we need to give them utmost attention and utmost respect. Now, to put into perspective, this is the team we are playing on Saturday tomorrow. First and foremost, Brentford have played 8 games after the World Cup, and they have not lost a single Premier League game. The only game they played and lost after the World Cup was a 1-0 defeat to West Ham in the FA Cup. In the reverse fixture in the Premier League, as Brentford beat West Ham 1-0. And in those fixtures where they've actually gone on a very, very wonderful run, 4 wins out of their last 5 games, drawing 1 and winning 4, Brentford shared a 0-0 draw with Leeds United. That is the only game they failed to win in their last 5. They did beat Liverpool 3-1, and they beat Southampton 3-0 in their last game as well. So they're a high-scoring side, a side with full of confidence, a side that really works as a team, a side that really, really believes they can get any result at any stadium this campaign. So will Arsenal win this game? Do I feel we will win it? Do I feel Arsenal can get it over the line? And how do we do it? That is how that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. Now, first I want us to dive in my prediction, because I really don't think Brentford are going to win at the Emirates Stadium. The fact that they didn't win at the GTEC Community Stadium means there is a high possibility that they don't pick any points off Arsenal this season. We all know it is always on the road where Arsenal struggle. It's always on, away from home where Arsenal struggle. When it comes to playing at the Emirates Stadium, we have been a different team. We have made our home ground a fortress, and whichever team comes there, whichever club comes at the Emirates Stadium, they get punished. Be it Liverpool, be it Tottenham, be it Manchester United, every team that has come at the Emirates Stadium this campaign. Shout out to Newcastle. They come at the Emirates Stadium and picked up a draw. They did very, very well. But the rest of the teams have actually struggled at the Emirates Stadium. So my prediction in this one, Arsenal 3, Brentford 1. I think they will score. They have a very, very good squad. They have a very good lineup. They are on a very good run. They could even score fast in this game. But I think Arsenal will eventually overpower them, and we will win that game with a margin of 3-1. My goal scorers in that one, I think Leandro Trossard highly could get his debut start, and he could actually get his debut goal for Arsenal. SAKA back on the score sheet. and Eddie Nketiah. Like I said, Eddie scores in one game and then he doesn't score in the other. So in this one, since he didn't score against Everton, he will likely be likely to score against Brentford. So 3-1 is what I'm going to go for. I hope I'm actually right. Now, Brentford, as a team, set up in a 4-3-3 formation, very, very similar to how Arsenal line up. Aaron Hickey, Ethan Pinnock, Benjamin Mee, or Ben Mee, and then Rico Henry in a back four. Of course, the goalkeeper is David Raya. Then the midfield three, Josh Da Silva, who's been very, very good for them this campaign. Christian Nogat and Vitali Jensen. Those are the three midfielders that Thomas Frank loves to go with. Then Brian Bemo, Ivan Toney, and Johan Wissa this campaign is starting more games than ever. I think last campaign, he wasn't starting as many games as this campaign, but he was coming up off the bench, creating all those differences. But this campaign, Johan Wissa has been a big game changer for them. So that is how they line up in a 4-3-3, and I think that actually poses a lot of questions to Mikel Arteta. It creates a lot of questions to this Arsenal side. How do we deal with Brentford? How actually do we stop them? And how do we beat them tomorrow on Saturdays? First and foremost, look, this is a game that Arsenal cannot afford to get any other result rather than a W. We can't afford to lose. We can't afford to draw. We can't afford for this match to be postponed due to a strike, heavy rains, winter, or anything like that. The only outcome that we want from Saturday's clash is a win. There is no other outcome that we want. And I'm going to say Brentford comes at the very, very right time. And I know many people think, to bounce back from that, loss against Everton, you need a club maybe like Bournemouth or Leeds United that is struggling. I think we need to play Brentford. And the reason is, we are playing a Brentford side that already is established. They're not going to change much in their game. So it's all about looking at how they've been doing it, looking at how they set up, looking at how they approach games, and then find solutions to their strongest attributes, and then you win the game. I think they're the perfect opponent for us to verse tomorrow. So I'm very, very confident, and I'm still in very, very high spirits. It's a very important game for us now, but I think we will get it over the line. Now, statistically, Brentford don't have a very good record against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. I'm sorry, but it is not one of the stadiums they come to and expect 3 points. So, number one, Arsenal are looking to complete the Premier League double over Brentford following their 3-0 win at the Brentford Community Stadium earlier this season. The Bees would be the 47th club the Gunners have beaten home and away in the same Premier League campaign more than any other side. Okay? This is quite interesting. Arsenal have won more home and away games more than any other side in the Premier League. That is if we beat Brentford. And it is highly likely that we will beat them tomorrow very, very comfortably. So we are looking to beat them home and away, and they will become the 47th club we've beaten home and away in a similar campaign, right? In a single campaign. Number two, Brentford have won just one of their last away 8 games against Arsenal in all competition, drawing 3 and losing 4, winning a top flight match 2-0 at Highbury in 1938. That is how bad it is for Brentford. They last came here to win in 1938. So when they're looking through their history, when they're looking for a reference, it goes back to Highbury 1938. The last 7, 3 draws and 4 losses. Arsenal ought to win this game. Brentford again. Number 3, Arsenal have won their last 7 Premier League London derbies, with all of those taking place this season. Only once have the Gunners ever had a longer run, winning a longer run in their history, winning 9 in a row between April 1988 and February 1989. That run included their first 8 such games in the 1988-89 campaign. So we've won so many London derbies this campaign. And this season, we are actually flying in London derbies. Beaten West Ham, beaten Brentford, beaten Tottenham Hotspur's home and away, beaten Fulham. We are flying in London derbies. And also, we've beaten Chelsea as well. So we've won 7 consecutive London derbies. And for me, this season, I'm sorry, but unless we win the title early, we shouldn't lose any London derby. Not any. Chelsea are coming at the Emirates Stadium. West Ham, we should beat them wherever they are. Brentford should lose at the Emirates Stadium. Fulham, we should beat them wherever they are. Crystal Palace, we should beat them wherever they are as well. So it looks like we are actually doing very well in London derbies this campaign. Number 4, Arsenal have lost 2 games in all competitions, as many as they had in their previous 21. They have lost 3 in a row in April 2022. Okay, so that's again a positive. Arsenal have just lost 2 of their 2 games in all competitions this campaign. Nice one. And lastly, Brentford are unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League matches, winning 5 and drawing 4. Only Newcastle with 16 games on a longer run without a defeat. Interesting. Yeah, quite very, very interesting. And I think Arsenal's run without a defeat was ended by Everton last weekend. So, to be honest, all the statistics are on our side. I don't think it is a game where Arsenal will be coming in shivering. Maybe we might have a mentality shift. We might have a mentality, problem, and maybe, believe in ourselves because we lost against Sean Dyche. But it's going to be a different game. It's at home. It's not an early kickoff. It's a game where we are playing earlier than City, so we will not know what will happen in the Manchester City game. It's a game where we can go 8 points clear. All the conditions are in our favor. And I think this game is important because when you think about Manchester City on Wednesday, right? This is a close period of time. This is a very, very tricky period of time. Manchester City are going back to the UEFA Champions League this February. I think on Valentine's Day or the day after. I don't know. And that means the Man City's concentration is now going to be divided between 2 trophies. One, that they're used to winning, so they need to win it just to keep their fans, excited. But then one that they have not been winning. The one where they signed Erling Haaland, the trophy that Guardiola wants to win at Manchester City before he says, I hung up my boots and now I'm leaving. Okay? So, if you put that into context, I think this week is the most important week in Arsenal's footballing season, this campaign. Beat Brentford. Manchester City will definitely beat Aston Villa. And that means they will go, it will stay 5 points. And then can we beat Manchester City on Wednesday and then go 8 points? Then beat our Everton, game in hand, go 11 points in hand, ahead. The moment we are 11 points, that means even if we lose 3 games in a row, Manchester City don't go ahead of us in the title race. It will be absolutely over. We will be playing without a lot of pressure. We will be playing our normal football, and our only aim will be seeing the season out. Remember, Arsenal don't play in the UEFA Europa League until after the round of 32, okay? So the Manchester City game is going to be important, but it shouldn't bring any kind of pressure on Arsenal in this game. It shouldn't happen, right? Go into this game with the right mindset. Go into this game thinking about Brentford. For me, look, this is why I think Brentford are easy side, and this is why I think Arsenal should easily beat Brentford. I want to show you the statistics when they played Southampton in the last game at the GTEC Community Stadium. And this is why I think Arsenal do stand a big chance in tomorrow's game. All right. Brentford had 14 shots on goal. Southampton, surprisingly, who didn't score, had 14 shots on target as well. right? Southampton had 6 shots on target. Brentford had 4. That means that their conversion rate, Brentford, was bigger than that of Southampton. But Southampton did get the chances on target, right? So that means Arsenal just need to create more quality chances. In that game, Southampton had 52% ball possession. They had more percentages on the ball than Brentford, who had 48%. And actually, Southampton passed the ball more times, which is 427 times, as compared to Brentford's 396. In the same game, their passing accuracy, Brentford was only 69%, and the passing accuracy for Southampton was 75. So they're a very, very good side. They're flying, but they're not perfect. They're not perfect. I think we are overrating them. And when we look at the last 5 games and look at the teams they've beaten, they didn't beat Leeds United because they didn't score. They've beaten Southampton. Anyone should beat Southampton. They've beaten West Ham in that run. Anyone should beat West Ham. They've beaten Liverpool. Doesn't make news for me. Yeah, it makes news because Liverpool are a big side, but doesn't make news that Liverpool lost the game. It really, really doesn't. Okay, and then they've beaten Bournemouth still in the same run. They've not beaten a Newcastle. They've not beaten the Manchester United second leg. They've not beaten a Manchester City, during that run. So all we have to do is come, believe ourselves, play our normal football, and Arsenal are going to walk away with 3 points. That is my preview for this game. If you like it, hit the like button. If you agree with me that Arsenal will win 3-1, hit the like button as well. And if you disagree, let's see what you're saying in the comment section. Peace. See you very, very soon.